bad kitchen boy.
Another one. First thing is first. Whether you like Mustangs, Camaros, Corvettes, you know, any of these cars, whether you just like Challengers, like, comment, and subscribe, please. And please give your honest opinion, and I will reply back to anybody. People have really been wanting to know, do I want to let go of the Dodge to get the Mustang? And part of me doesn't want to let the 392 go, but there's also another part of me that knows there's other fast cars out there that have more to offer from a technology standpoint and from, you know, features and everything. Because as you've seen, the new 2024 Mustang is just, it went crazy. And honestly, it's something I can't say what I want to say. It's really on a whole nother level than a Dodge or a Chevy with these new upgrades. The inside of it looks like an AMG Benz. It's ridiculous. And I just really need to emphasize that the Mustang it's just on a different level. Like, I know a lot of people probably haven't driven both or just drove in one or the other, but there's a difference. Don't get me wrong. With the 392, it is a raw muscle car. So if you're the type of person you like riding with the traction off or traction in sport to have fun, like, it ain't nothing for you to just be at a stop and then get sideways and be fully in control of the car. That's what this 392 is made to do. The Stang, on the other hand, honestly, I never drove my Mustang without the traction on. And the Stang does not have as much torque as the 392. So low end is different. Now, as y'all seen, they have the 2-quarter intake or the 2 throttle bodies on the new Stang. So I don't know, the low end could be different. It might have more horsepower low end, but this 392 it's where it's at if that's what you like. But if you're more, you like racing, you like going on tracks and everything, go with the Mustang. The new Mustang, it's not a new car, it's still on the old platform. Bro, this is all a new car. Look at the car, bro. The hood, the front bumper, the new headlights, the completely new digital dash and big screen, completely new flat bottom steering wheel. They even have a drift brake in it. The bumper is new. The tail lights are new and upgraded. So, and let me really speak on that Dark Horse. To me, the Dark Horse is a waste of money. It's no different than having a Mach 1 or a Shelby GT 350. It's just a name. The GT Premium setup with the Night Pony package looks 10 times better than the Dark Horse. The Dark Horse, the only thing for me that the Dark Horse has going for it is the name. It's a cool, catchy name. It's no different from when Dodge made the name Hellcat. It's no different from when Dodge made the name Demon and when they made the name Scat Pack. They're just nice names that you can attach to the car that sound cool, but some people don't even know what the hell they are. Like, oh, I got the Dark Horse, I got the Dark Horse. Okay. The Dark Horse is basically a track car that can be driven on the street. That's all it is. So if you order your car from the factory, if you go on Ford.com, you can get a GT Premium and put some of the things that the Dark Horse has on it on your Premium, and you're going to do the same thing. The only advantage is the Dark Horse has 14 more horsepower, because with the optioned out active exhaust on the Mustang, you're literally at 486 horsepower. But when you get the Dark Horse, it gives you 500 horsepower. Like, really, come on now. If you add an X pipe on the GT Premium, what's that gonna give you? Extra 10? That's extra 10 right there. Then, you know, it's just really not gonna be too much of a difference going a Dark Horse versus a GT Premium. And the Dark Horse is ugly to me. Now, it looks alright, but when you see the GT that it's spec it out with the Night Pony package with all the black accents on it, black 5.0, the black roof on the top, the black spoiler on the back, the black rims, the black horse on the front, it's killing the Dark Horse. So don't get fed into all that crap talking about Dark Horse this, Dark Horse that. Oh, I got the Dark Horse. Okay, that's just 500 horsepower. I have a Scat. My Scat is making 500 horsepower, but to the crank, it ain't making that to the wheel though. So just imagine the 5.0 ain't getting 500 to the wheel, even though they're making it to the crank. So just kind of do your research on it. A lot of people who would waste their money spending 70 bands on a Dark Horse with only 500 horsepower don't even have a clue that that's a lot of money for a car in the class that it's in. Like a Scat, you know, a Camaro SS and the Ford Mustang all have cars that are in the same horsepower class. So even though some are sports cars and some are muscle cars, which is the Dodges, but they still are in the same class. So I feel like a car shouldn't be costing 70 and up until you are at 650 horsepower or more. So before I go out here and buy a Dark Horse, I would buy a 2019 Z06 Vet with 650 horsepower for high 60s, low 70s right now. But some people are picky on that situation because they say, why would I spend 70 bands on a 2018 Z06 Vet, even though it's a monster and has 650 horsepower and it's supercharged? But if they go with the Dark Horse, they're getting a brand new car. They're getting a car with a factory warranty. You know, so there are pros and cons. You just have to weigh out, what do you want these cars for? That's all you had to do. Don't go off of what somebody else said. Don't go off of who said what's faster. Drive both cars and see which one you want. Because I've owned both the 10-speed Mustang and the 392s. So I know what both cars are going to do. So 10 times out of 10, the Stang is going to get to 155. And a lot of people don't do that. And I'm speaking of, you know, if you're in Mexico or on a track. And I'm not motivating nobody to do this. But the Stang will do 155 off the rip, because it just switches through the gears. Boom, 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 boom. Such short gear ratios, just going. Now the 392 is going to hold it longer. And it's going to go. And if you got an 8-speed Mustang, 2017 and older, put it up. The 392 is eating you for lunch. And I'm speaking stock. Now, we all know Mustangs modded make crazy horsepower. But I'm talking about stock with maybe just, you know, an exhaust upgrade. That's it. Or a cold air intake. The 392 is king. But with that 10-speed, that's what it turns into a snack pack. But if you really know how to drive your 392, you can keep up with a 10-speed. Easy. But when I was in my 10-speed Mustang, I would give Scats the hit and still walk them down and go past them. But there is a way to, you know, overcome that if you have a 392. All you need is a pedal box or a pedal commander, and you will be neck and neck with a 10-speed Mustang. And to go up another level, once the Stang reaches 155, that's it, because it's limited to 155. Now, if it didn't have a limiter on it, that car could do at least 180. Those who know, the Scat is doing 180. It's doing the whole 180. Like, I know somebody that went 177 before. So if y'all race from like a 60 roll and went all the way past 155, the Scat is gonna walk away. It's gonna go way over 155. But how many times are you actually gonna race someone who's got enough balls to really go up at that high in speed? And you have to be in the right place and have a long stretch. You know what I'm saying? So that's not even going to be happening often. But if you're that type of person that wants the bragging rights and want to be able to say what your car can do, the Scat is above at that point, because yes, you will do 180. I know for a fact y'all seen the new feature that the Mustang has, where you can start the car and rev it from the key fob. You can literally rev the car. You don't have to get in, start the car up, rev it with the pedal. No more of that. You start the car from the fob and rev your engine from the key fob. I ain't think nobody else has ever done that before. So it's just all these nice features and cool new updates that it has that Dodges would never have. And of course, these cars are more tailored to just raw power and being a muscle car. But having that sort of power and having those features, that's just a plus. And on top of that, with the Mustang, if you option it out with the active exhaust, you can literally, the exhaust has modes. So you have sport mode, you have track, you have normal. Not the gear that the transmission is in. That's specifically for your exhaust. But then, yes, you do have modes for your transmission, like sport, track, slippery, normal. So that's all dope. You can change all that. And that, and now that Dodge is done, the Ford can go crazy. And also Chevy can still go crazy with the C8 and continue doing more things with that. But it's like the best bang for your buck is that new 5.0. It's crazy. It's so dope. In my old 5.0, I had the 2021, had the little tiny screen. And I had the GT Performance Pack. And I had the little baby tiny screen. And I had the old school Mustang gauges. So to now see how far they came with the new remodel and update, it's just insane. So I would definitely recommend y'all getting one. That new one, woohoo, I can perform just as well as any 392 and go head to head with any vehicle that has 500 horsepower. Any. And honestly, with that 10 speed, you can keep up with some cars that are above 500 horsepower that maybe even have 600 just off that 10 speed transmission alone. And the most important thing, I'll feel better. I won't have to babysit it 24/7. I won't have to constantly worry if somebody trying to rob me for a 392 so they can part it out or so they can use it for more crimes. And nah, man, you can go out to events and everything, park your car outside and everything, and know it's gonna be out there. That's not guaranteeing that the car won't ever get broken into, but you won't have to deal with all the stuff you deal with these 392s. That's for dang sure. Now, if they start learning how to take new Mustangs, then I'm in trouble with every car. But besides that, you'll be in a totally different class. Don't get me wrong, I still like the Dodges, and I still would like to have a Hellcat. But to be honest, I am not bringing a Hellcat to the channel unless I get 100,000 subscribers. If y'all can get me to 100,000 subscribers, I will gladly go get a Black Ghost, a Red Eye, a Demon, or any of that. But that's just what it's gonna have to be. Me getting 100,000 subscribers would be worth me having to put up with the hassle of worried about, is the car about to be stolen? Is someone breaking into it? Someone trying to rob me? At that point, I would put up with it for that. But just to be doing it just to make someone happy, nah, I can't do that, you know. But like I said, and I'm a big believer of manifestation and the power of the tongue and speaking things into existence. So I'll reach that 100,000 subscriber mark, I will bring a Hellcat to the channel, you know. And I'm not capping. Y'all can go back. Anything I ever said has came true. From when I first started watching YouTube, all the stuff I was saying in my videos is happening now. So it's not gonna do nothing but keep happening. You know, you gotta keep going. Don't let up. Work on your credit. If you don't have good credit, I would not suggest getting these cars. It's not impossible to get one of these cars, but you're gonna be paying the arm and the leg. Like, if you don't have good credit, you will have a Scat Pack paying jailbreak Hellcat prices. Ridiculous. Just for a Scat. So take the time, work on your credit, get your car through a credit union. You know, I made multiple videos about this, but for some reason, a lot of people don't really look at the, you know, going through credit unions. You do not have to just go to the dealership and let them run your credit down and then tell you that you need this big old lump sum to put down. Go through your credit union. Even if you have to just get a starter car, like get a little V6 Mustang, Camaro, or Challenger to start out with, ride that out for a year. Then you can come back and get your Scat or Cat. Your credit's gonna shoot out the roof. Get you a Capital One credit card with no annual fee on it, and watch how you succeed and watch how you elevate and go up. You know, the sky's the only limit. I remember plenty of times, you know, I'm riding in my V6 Mustang that I got through the credit union, and people with Scat Packs will pull up on me, burn the rubber, go crazy, and I'm just like, man, I wish I could get one of them cars. And you know, I made it happen. So that's that on the Dark Horse. I'm definitely not getting a Dark Horse. I am going to get the GT Premium with the Night Pony package. For real. And watch, when I get mine, y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna say, oh man, he wasn't capping. I'm telling y'all, it's killing the Dark Horse. And I'm gonna be neck and neck with a Dark Horse when racing wise. Don't let me put a tune on it. Walking the Dark Horse. Then put that pedal box or that pedal commander on the GT. Oh man, that thing gonna get nasty. That mug is the truth. That mug is the truth. The 10-speed transmission is crazy. I am not gonna cap. And what's crazy, when you're driving the 10-speed in sport mode, like let's say if I'm really pushing my 392 and I'm slowing down from high speeds and I want to slow that motor down too, that's when I play with the paddles and downshift while I'm braking. Because so not only am I slowing the car down, I'm slowing the motor down, if that makes sense. But with the Mustang in sport mode, you don't have to do that. When you, let's say you accelerate to 120 and you need to slow down back to 75, as you're pressing the brake and slowing the car down hard, the car downshifts by itself. So when you feel it go from that, let's say if you're going from, it's going from 7th gear down to 4th, each downshift, you're gonna feel the same jerk like that, and it's doing it all on its own. So it's cool. It's like the best of both worlds. You just got to pick your poison. And that's it for today. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out. Keep tapping in. Keep giving your inputs. Man, y'all saying some good facts. So, you know, just say what you want, and I'm gonna tap in with you. I'm out.